Mastering Modal Mayhem. Dodge Indirect Question Mistakes. Hello, learners. Welcome to our new video, Mastering Modal Mayhem. Dodge Indirect Question Mistakes. Today, we will dive into the wonderful world of modal verbs and indirect questions, and more importantly, we'll be addressing some common mistakes people make and how to avoid them. Let's kick things off by understanding what we're dealing with here. Modal verbs are helper verbs that express necessity, possibility, ability, or permission. Examples of modal verbs include can, could, may, might, should, would, etc. They are often used in indirect questions, which are questions embedded within statements or other questions. An example of an indirect question using a modal verb could be, I wonder if I could borrow your pen? Now let's dive into the common mistakes. One common mistake involves using the wrong modal verb. This can change the meaning of the sentence or even make it grammatically incorrect. For example, consider the sentence, could you tell me where I can find a restaurant? This is a polite request for information. However, if you were to incorrectly use the modal verb should instead of can, the sentence becomes, could you tell me where I should find a restaurant? This changes the meaning. It sounds like you're asking for advice on where you ought to find a restaurant, which doesn't make much sense. So remember, the choice of modal verb is critical in conveying the right meaning. Here are some quick tips for choosing the right modal verb. Use can or could when asking for information or requesting something. For example, could you tell me when the next train is? Use should when you're seeking advice or asking for suggestions. Like, do you think I should take the bus instead? Use would to make polite requests or invitations. For instance, would you like to join us for dinner? Use may or might to indicate possibility or uncertainty. Like, he may know where the museum is. So, the key is to understand what each modal verb conveys and use it appropriately in your indirect questions. That wraps up our exploration of common mistakes with modal verbs in indirect questions and how to avoid them. Remember, using the correct modal verb is key to asking effective and clear indirect questions. Keep practicing. Be aware of the meaning each modal verb carries, and you'll master them in no time. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep learning and growing.